Okay, this is a part of my series, how to pick work from home jobs, working from home, subcontractors, side hustles, just everything practical to do with jobs, working, and how to make money in a recession. This one is how to pick work from home jobs. I did do a whole video just on being an independent contractor and pricing and things like that. There's a little bit of that in here. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Because I'm going to talk a little bit about like doing things through platforms like Upwork. Although I don't have an affiliate relationship, blah, blah, blah. I've just used them. I worked there back when they were still Elance, about 2007, 8, 9, something like that. And then I've also used them to hire help for things that I've needed help with. So this is specifically about work from home jobs, working from home. But I'm going to be doing a big series, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I was hiring subcontractors to help me, and they actually said that my job description was so well written and so professional that they thought that I might be a scam. I had a couple of people, and every single person that I interviewed 9 people, I don't remember, quite a few. All of them said that the reason they applied for my job specifically was because I was very clear in the job description. I obviously knew what I was looking for and was clear on what I needed done. So make sure that you're looking for job descriptions that are clear, and be careful though, because there are scams out there. Let me give you an example. Back in the 90s, I did some work from home that even existed in the 90s. But I was working from home for a couple of insurance agents, stuffing envelopes for them. They didn't need me to be there in their office to do it, so I would fold and stuff envelopes and put the address labels on there and return them to them. They would run them through their meter machine and mail them out. That's how we used to advertise, is we would send out mailings. And I did that. And so I found a work from home opportunity in my newspaper, because that's where you found jobs. And they said that you could earn a couple $100s a week stuffing envelopes from home. And so I contacted them with a self-addressed stamped envelope. And I think it may have said in the ad that it cost like $2 or $3 for a list of employers or something like that. And so I sent it in. And what I received in my self-addressed stamped envelope was a sheet explaining to me how to put ads in the newspaper offering this work from home opportunity. And people would send you to your P.O. box $3 for each envelope, and you would just stuff it with it. So basically it was a scam. So these scams have always existed. Even places like Upwork, other legitimate online places, Indeed, Monster, whatever, will have scammers. So learn how to be savvy. And that's some of what I'm going to share with this great article I saw from Penny Hoarder. So I cannot take credit. I know this is backwards. Penny Hoarder wrote this article, and I want to share a little bit about this and get you thinking about picking work from home based on what they've said. Now, they said that the way to vet jobs working from home is they do a quick Google search of the business. They look at websites that aggregate jobs, and then if they find a job, then I'm going to pick somebody easy. Amazon. Everybody knows Amazon. Let's say that you're on a job board and Amazon says that they're hiring. You can also go look on Amazon's website to see if they have the same job listed. Small employers may only list on some of those aggregate job websites, so it's a little bit harder on that. But just be smart about it. Don't trust everything you see. I personally know someone who went to a in-person job interview just a few weeks ago, and they have really great skills. They have a lot of experience in a high-paying industry, and they were looking for a job change. They went to this job interview. The job interview went great. They were told to fill out the new employee information, which included, the I-9, the W-9? I don't remember because I haven't had a W-2 job in so long, but filling out the stuff for taxes. And in doing that, they realized something was hinky, and it was a scam, and the people were going to try to steal this person's identity. So even if you go to an in-person job interview, there were a lot of issues. I remember being a woman in the 90s. I was in high school and college in the 90s, and then a new bride and those kind of things, that you had to be very careful because you would go to a job interview and bad things happened to people. The business was like, just they would rent an office. It was a fake place, and anyway, bad stuff. So be smart about it when you're looking. If you go to the company's website, let's say they do have a website, and you go to the company's website and there's a lot of issues, typing errors, or the writing is really super formal or weird, be leery, especially if it doesn't have any kind of in-person, it's all online. Check business news sites, the Better Business Bureau, things like that, to try to find out if that place is hiring, or if that particular business has violations reported. Look into it. But the name of the article, it's written by the Penny Hoarder. It's Hoarder. It's a great website for like tips on saving money and things. And the name of the article is, "Want to know how we pick work for home jobs? This is our vetting process." I will link in the description below that particular article. Remember, it could be harder to find jobs with benefits in this environment. Yes, a lot more people are working from home, telecommuting, but some people are being called back. And it's more likely that you're going to be hired to work someplace and then sent to work home than to be initially hired to work from home. I know there's exceptions. If you know of some, go ahead and put them in the description below. And also be careful, just because somebody put something in my comments, I said description, in my comments, they could also be scammers. So be smart before you go clicking any links. So it could be harder to find jobs with benefits than it would be to hire yourself out for tasks. If you have like your own insurance, or you have insurance through a spouse, it's a little bit easier. That's why I have the flexibility. My husband's job has insurance, and so I can be more flexible in what I'm doing because I don't have to try to find benefits. But the trade-off is I have to do different stuff for retirement and things like that. Look at actual companies rather than on-job websites is another idea. This is particularly true. I kind of mentioned this before, but this is particularly true if you're working with like bigger companies, like if you're looking at Amazon, or you're looking at Ohio State or University of Michigan, or you're looking at, I don't know, Avis car rental. You won't necessarily find work from home jobs from any of them, but I'm just saying larger businesses will have more things like that. Phone centers are a lot more common. Like there might also be like medical things, like nurses doing telemed things from home. There are legitimate websites, but look into it. In business, especially real estate, it's called doing your due diligence. That means go and look through, and if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. And even if it looks decent to be true, really check it out. Be a skeptical person, really investigate, and realize that even the smartest people sometimes get conned. But there are opportunities out there. Look for them. Be careful. Be safe. And if you're going to try to work from home as a W-2 type of employee, really be extra diligent, because they're going to be asking for your personal information, and you don't want to end up being scammed or having your identity stolen. But they are out there. Take your time. Look for really good opportunities. Look for opportunities that fit up well with your skills, and then be prepared to do that job as well or better than you would if you were there at the office itself. It's not an opportunity to do things halfway and fold your laundry when you're supposed to be answering phones, which can be really hard because you feel torn between the two worlds. But if you can manage to pick the right kind of opportunity working from home, and also be the kind of person who works from home well, it can be a really great setup. It can be a nice flexible way to do things. It can save you money on gas and cars, and also outfits, unless you have to dress for like video conferencing or something. But it can save a lot of money. It can do a lot of great things. It can offer a great deal of flexibility, but it also requires due diligence, discipline, and a number of other skills that typically you may not associate with job hunting. So I hope this has been helpful. I'd love to have some of your comments, examples, stories, questions in the comments below, and I will see you on the next video.